but somebody would. You see that little glow in her eyes?
Proud of yourself, little man.
Yeah, I didn't. I actually didn't.
You better break all your stuff up. Break it all up. I hate watching fingers get broke.
This is for Pris.
What's going on? It's your boy Syntell with the Intel, and you can already see Rekkai is in the building. What's going on, champion?
Hello, governor.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. This is Blade Runner, the 1982 version. This is going to be the final cut, to be specific, because yes, I know there is about 5 different variations of Blade Runner. We did our due diligence to try to figure out which one is the best one, and the one that came the most highly recommended is the final cut. Now, this is going to be Rekkai's first time watching Blade Runner. So without any further ado, let's get started. Now, Rekkai, this movie is considered to be on many people's top 5's greatest sci-fi movies of all time.
Really?
Yeah, on many people. It's one, it kind of like defined a generation. It kickstarted the cyberpunk generation of going on. And yeah, this is the one that did it. As far as cinema is concerned, cyberpunk had been a thing before this.
Okay.
But as far as cinematically speaking, it was one of the first to do it.
Damn.
Wow. Retirement? That's what they called that? That's what we're gonna run with?
I mean, because a replicant is essentially, it's a robot. This is the first iRobot movie or whatever this is.
Yeah.
You know.
Los Angeles 2019. This is what they think 2019 is gonna look like.
In 1982.
In 1982.
Like just oh, look at that wonderful special effects of that fire. That is.
Now, I have to admit, I have seen Blade Runner, but I saw it front to back literally decades ago. I've only been able to see it in bits and pieces since then, and I honestly don't know which version of Blade Runner I was watching because I just recently discovered that there were so many different versions. Damn, it sounds incredible. My goodness.
Well, we have yet to get a good hovercraft, do we? A flying car, anything.
Yo, look, man, for 1982, dog, this looks incredible. In the context of the time, this looks good.
Yeah, but you got to think about the movies, you know what I'm saying? Alien, Star Wars changes up everything. Everything is like, okay, we're going to use some of them George kind of special effects.
Kowalski Leon, engineer waste disposal, file section, new employee, 6 days.
Sit down.
I've seen that dude before.
You're kind of nervous when I take tests.
Just please don't move.
I already had an IQ test this year. I don't think I've ever had one of these.
Reaction time is a factor in this, so please pay attention. I answer as quickly as you can. 1187 is Hunter Varsar.
That's the hotel.
What?
Where I live.
Nice place?
Yeah, sure, I guess.
You look down and you see a tortoise, Leon. It's crawling towards
Tortoise? What's that?
you. You know what a turtle is?
Of course.
Same thing.
Why don't you just call it that?
Never seen a turtle. But I understand what you mean.
You reach down, you flip the tortoise over on its back, Leon.
Do you make up these questions, Mr. Holden? Or do they write them down for you?
Not without your help. But you're not helping.
What do you mean I'm not helping?
I mean you're not helping. Why is that, Leon? They're just questions, Leon. In answer to your query, they're written down for me. It's a test designed to provoke an emotional response. Shall we continue?
Another thing that you'll never see anymore.
Describe in single words.
Damn near smoking.
Only the good
Yeah,
things
like,
that come into your mind.
Yeah. I was thinking that.
About your mother?
My mother? Yeah. Let me tell you about my mother.
Whoa! What kind of gun is that?
I don't know, but it's a pretty good little pistol.
I bet people in the theater, when they saw this, they must have been like, what the hell?
I'm never moving to the big city. And this is supposed to be LA?
Mm-hmm.
This look like Seattle. You know, it's Southern California. It never
All the
rains.
rain.
Everybody got lightsaber umbrellas.
Hey, there goes our hero.
He say you under arrest, Mr. Deckard.
Got the wrong guy, pal.
Lo-fi. Negotiable.
Edward James Olmos.
He say you Blade Runner.
Tell him I'm eating.
I forgot he was in this.
Brian, huh?
4,000. When approaching.
Edward J. Olmos. He's got that never been young disease. That dude was just born old looking.
Yep, him and Morgan Freeman.
Him and Morgan.
Now on glide path. On course.
Hiya, Deck.
Brian.
You wouldn't have come if I just asked you to. Sit down, pal. Come on, don't be an asshole, Deckard. I've got 4 skin jobs walking the streets.
Skin jobs.
Them damn skin jobs, buddy.
They jumped a shuttle off-world, killed the crew and passengers. But you're gonna spot them and you're gonna air them out.
I don't work here anymore. Give it to Holden. He's good.
I did. You can breathe okay, as long as nobody unplugs them.
Damn.
I need you, Dex. I need the old Blade Runner.
He said he can breathe okay, as long as nobody unplugs him.
It's quit when I come in here, Brian. I'm twice as quit now.
Stop right where you are. You know the score, pal. You're not cops, you're little people.
Dang. That little chicken.
Mm-hmm.
No choice, huh?
No choice, pal.
Already had an IQ test this year. I don't think I never had one of these.
Reaction time is a factor in this, so please pay attention. Answer as quickly as you can.
Yeah, sure.
There was an escape from the off-world colonies 2 weeks ago. 6 replicants, 3 male, 3 female. They slaughtered 23 people and jumped a shuttle.
Dang.
3 nights ago, they tried to break into Tyrell Corporation. 2 of them got fried running through an electrical field. We lost the others.
Tortoise.
That's Leon, ammunition loader on intergalactic run. He can lift 400-pound atomic loads all day and night.
Damn.
What do they want out of the Tyrell Corporation?
Well, you tell me, pal. That's what you're here for.
That's the dude.
What's this?
Nexus 6, Roy Batty. Incept date 2016. Combat model. Optimum self-sufficiency. Probably the leader. This is Zhora. She's trained for an off-world kick murder squad. The 4th skin job is Pris, a basic pleasure model. A standard item for military clubs in the outer colonies. They were designed to copy human beings in every way except their emotions. The designers reckoned that after a few years, they might develop their own emotional responses. Now, there's a Nexus 6 over at the Tyrell Corporation. I want you to go put the machine on it.
And if the machine doesn't work?
What kind of office is this?
Do you like our owl?
It's artificial?
Of course it is.
Must be expensive.
Very. I'm Rachael.
Boy, Sean Young kept that work back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
It seems you feel our work is not a benefit to the public. May I ask you a personal question?
Sure.
Have you ever retired a human by mistake?
Retired a human. That's one way to put it.
No.
But in your position, that is a risk.
Is this to be an empathy test? Capillary dilation of the so-called blush response? Fluctuation of the pupil?
We call it void comp for short.
Mr. Deckard, Dr. Eldon Tyrell.
Demonstrate it. I want to see it work. I want to see a negative before I provide you with a positive.
What's that going to prove?
Indulge me.
On you?
Try her.
It's too bright in here.
He said it's too bright.
So all you gotta do is pass us something. Drink it. Are you a replicant? Fucking amazing.
Do you mind if I smoke?
It won't affect the test. All right, I'm going to ask you a series of questions. Just relax and answer them as simply as you can. It's your birthday. Someone gives you a calfskin wallet.
I wouldn't accept it. I'd report the person who gave it to me to the police.
You've got a little boy. He shows you his butterfly collection, plus the killing jar.
I take him to the doctor.
You're reading a magazine. You come across a full-page nude photo of a girl.
Is this testing whether I'm a replicant or a lesbian, Mr. Deckard?
Just answer the questions, please. You show it to your husband. He likes it so much, he hangs it on your bedroom wall.
What kind of shit is that?
I wouldn't let him.
Why not?
I should be enough for him.
One more question. You're watching a stage play. A banquet is in progress. The guests are enjoying an appetizer of raw oysters.
Ugh.
The entree consists of boiled dog.
Would you step out for a few moments, Rachel? Thank you.
She's a replicant, isn't she?
How many questions does it usually take to spot one?
I don't get it, Tyrell.
How many questions?
20, 30 cross-referenced.
It took more than 100 for Rachel, didn't it?
She doesn't know.
She's beginning to suspect, I think.
Suspect? How can it not know what it is?
Commerce is our goal here at Tyrell. More human than human is our motto.
Few years in which to store up the experiences which you and I take for granted. If we gift them with the past, we create a cushion or pillow for their emotions, and consequently we can control them better.
God damn.
You're talking about memories.
So they implant memories. Keep wilding.
Keep making them little whatever. Was that a origami?
Yeah.
Was
that made out of paper or a matchstick?
Ah, I thought it was paper. It could be. It could have been a matchstick. Maybe.
Time. Enough.
Did you get your precious photos?
Get your precious photos.
Someone was there.
Men? Police? Men?
Brian James had a pretty good working relationship back in the 80s too.
Yeah.
Cause remember
he still with us?
I don't know. Remember he was a Keyhole or something like that. He was one of Nick Nolte's partners at the police station in 48 Hours.
I think the big one I remember him from was oh my God, the Luke Besson joint. Bruce Willis.
Fifth Element?
Yeah, Fifth Element.
Yeah.
He was like one of the, I remember him in that.
Yeah, he was the police that came to get Bruce Willis to get him to do the thing after Tiny Zeus Lister, the president, sent him.
Is this the guy they were referencing that said he could be good as long as you keep him connected to the hoses?
No, that was the dude that got shot in the beginning. The dude shot from under the table.
Fiery the angels fell. Deep thunder rolled around their shores, burning with the fires of oak.
Come to Ndaka. Ndak, you not come here. Illegal.
What the hell?
What?
Cold. Those are my eyes.
He's like, dude, I'm getting ready to go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tell him, Lopan.
This dude from
Yep.
From what is it?
Big Trouble in Little China.
Big Trouble. Yeah.
From the Golden Child. It's
morphology, longevity, incept dates.
Don't know. I don't know such stuff. I just do eyes. You Nexus, huh? I design your eyes.
If only you could see what I've seen with your eyes.
He gonna pull his eyes out.
Questions.
He knows everything.
Tyrell Corporation?
He's big boss, big genius. He designed your mind.
Where would we find this? J.F. Sebastian. Discover.
describe in single words only the good things that come into your mind.
Survives the future.
About your mother.
It's a janky looking car though.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I'll tell you about my mother.
What are thoughts of how the future look? Because that's almost like exactly like the car
identification.
that was in Total Recall.
Maybe Elon Musk got inspired for a Cybertruck from watching this.
I wanted to see you.
You're like, all right, replicant, you better stop tripping.
Yep, because what I'm going to give you is the real deal. That ain't fake.
What do I need help for?
I don't know why he told you what he did.
Talk to him.
He wouldn't see me.
Damn.
I ain't going to see you neither.
Right in your face.
You want a drink? No?
They're just opposed to lights in the future.
Look, it's me with my mother.
Oh, that's sad. She really thinks she had that memory for real.
Remember when you were 6? You and your brother snuck into an empty building through a basement window? You were gonna play doctor? He showed you his. And when it got to be your turn, you chickened and ran. Remember that?
How the hell you know that?
You remember the spider that lived in a bush outside your window? Orange body, green legs?
He blowing up her spot.
Those aren't your memories. They're somebody else's. They're Tyrell's nieces.
Dang.
She like almost sad. She's like, I'm fake. You can ready to retire me?
I made a bad joke. You're not a replicant. Go home. Okay?
Yeah. Before we have to go in the
No,
bedroom and I have to do some further investigation.
Go home.
Deep, thorough scan. I feel bad for her though. She really imagine your whole existence gets questioned like that.
She dropped a
That
glory.
sucks.
She dropped a glory tear. Like she goes on from this to be Finkel. It's diabolical.
See what you did there.
Yeah.
See what you did there.
She goes on to be Ray Finkel. Just diabolical. But I guess, I mean, if you got the technology to make whole ass people that look like and act like people, you got it to doctor a few photographs, you know.
She came to see me on a dark and stormy night. That's what it is. That whole noir thing kind of going on right now.
It's too
Came
much.
in on legs, high on Jehovah.
Huh? See?
So what's wrong with you crazy dames, huh? What is happening here?
Is that what's her face? Daryl Hannah?
Oh yes, Splash, the mermaid chick.
Yeah.
That is Daryl Hannah. Wow, good eye.
Forget back in the 80s when she used to work.
She couldn't miss back then.
Yeah, she disappeared fast though. They found them a new blonde chick and threw her to the curb.
Yeah, I think the last time I saw her again was Kill Bill. Maybe was she in Kill Bill? I think she was in Kill Bill.
Yeah,
right?
that was her.
Yeah.
She was jealous with her one eye, but she killed that shit though. See, this the one he said Pris was a pleasure model. She was born for the flat back.
Get that digital clap.
Yeah. And she just like, you know what? I'm gonna pose as homeless. Like I'm walking around in lingerie, but I'm just gonna pull up this garbage on me and no one will be the wiser. You see? You walking around with a model face, but you homeless. That's the most unrealistic shit ever.
Let's throw out this perfectly good working white woman.
Yeah, there is some dude somewhere that's like,
damn.
Listen, damn, she just ran into that shit. Yeah, you gotta know she ain't real.
You forgot your bag.
He said, here, let me take you and warm you up. Here, take off those wet clothes. We can't have that now.
I'm lost.
Look, see?
Don't worry, I won't hurt you.
She said, I'm lost. He said, well, now you is found.
What's your name?
I've seen him before. What is
Mine's J.F. Sebastian.
He been in a whole bunch of
What have I
movies.
seen him in? Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's the dude that Deckard is looking for. J.F. Sebastian.
Home?
Oh,
no.
so he's
that's That's the one Rutger Hauer and them are looking for.
The Rutger Hauer's looking for. Yeah.
We scared each
He
other
works for the
pretty good,
company.
didn't we?
It sure did.
Oh, so this is
He was in
setup.
Deadwood, and the vampire joint in
Which vampire joint?
I gotta look. True Blood. There we go.
Yeah,
he was the sheriff.
Oh yeah.
True Blood. Yeah.
Look, see,
Look.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he thought he about to get lucky. He's gonna go in here and brush his teeth. He's like, let me get my ginseng. Let me get my.
So let me get my honey pack. And my socks with the grip on the bottom.
Yeah. Get my trampoline socks. Get my honey pack. Get my little blue pill.
What is going on?
What about your friends?
I have some, but I have to find them. I'll let them know where I am tomorrow.
Can I take those things for you? They're so dirty.
Let me get you all cleaned up.
But here's my thing: like, if he was like one of the designers of all of this, how come he doesn't recognize her?
Because I don't know. Because
maybe they mass produce him or something.
Yeah, I think so. You know what I'm saying? And make changes to him or whatever. Like, you know. And plus, they're supposed to be more human than human. So, you know, the top-notch ones, the whole point is that you can't recognize them. But the fact that he think a woman that looked like Daryl Hannah just up in his apartment, he's stupid as hell. Right now, as far as I'm concerned, she's a damn vampire. This is sinners. Did you just invite Mary in? You stupid. Stupid, dog. He dreaming about unicorns.
It's a random dream. Isn't that like a symbol for something rare and unique? I know I'm asking these questions as if I haven't seen this because it feels like I haven't seen this. It's been so long. It's like I'm watching this for the first time. But yeah, so unicorns, they're kind of like a symbol of the rare, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's 34 to 46.
That's cool.
Enhance 57 to 19. Track 45 left.
Is that an elbow?
Yeah.
Ah.
Enhance 15 to 23.
All right, that technology is still kind of dope. I mean, Photoshop can't even do that.
Yeah.
At least not like that.
He went hard on the Ask Siri.
Yeah.
Is that a fingernail?
I don't know. It looks like a scale.
I think it was manufactured locally.
She in here looking at the virus on it.
There is a maker serial number 9906947. Rai Abdul Ben Hassan. He make this snake.
You be replicating everything, huh?
I guess. I mean, if you can replicate people, what's to stop you from doing everything else? Your dog ain't never gonna get hit in traffic. Your fish ain't never gonna die. That also begs the question: if everything can be replicated, and what the hell is real? This is the first questions before BBLs. Now,
you meet a shorty, you check his grip, you're like, oh, I've seen that model before.
Yeah. I know that. That's replicant ass. I would know it anywhere.
Artificial snake license XB71. That's you? This is your word, huh?
You ain't finna get me in trouble, bruh.
That's still not cool. They're about as cool as Sonic sunglasses.
Disrespect.
You ever buy snakes from the Egyptian, Taffy? All the time, pal. You ever see this girl, huh? Never seen her buzz off. Hey, Louis, the man is dry. Give him one in the house. See?
Oh, you changed this tune up real quick. He said, huh? My license? Hey, man, get this man a drink.
Yeah. You make sure he's comfortable.
Excuse me, Miss Salome. Can I talk to you for a minute? I'm from the American Federation of Variety Artists. Oh, yeah?
Play to that ego.
No, ma'am. That's not my department. Actually,
Oh, wait, that's one of the replicant chicks.
I'm from the Confidential Committee on
She was the one that was in the picture. That's what they scale.
She was the one that was not the one that was built for pleasure. The other one.
Have you felt yourself to be exploited in any way?
How do you mean exploited?
Well, like to get this job.
Pleasures from a snake. I mean, that sounds exploited.
Were you asked to do anything that's lewd or unsavory or otherwise repulsive to your person?
Are you for real?
Oh, yeah. Is this a real snake?
Of course it's not real. Think I'd be working in a place like this if I could afford a real snake?
She's got the girls out here. It's the 80s.
So if somebody does try and exploit me, who do I go to about it?
Me?
You're a dedicated man. Try me.
Ooh. You know they're strong too, so yeah. Man.
She's like, I always shower before I do my morning killing. This dude, right now, all I can see is he sucks at his job.
Everybody seems to be getting away.
She showed him the girls, and he lost focus. He got his ass whooped.
Yo, she dipped. She was knees and chest like nobody business. What did them people call it? When they used to be at the airport like that?
The Hare Krishnas. The Hare Krishnas.
There we go. Yeah.
Damn, do they still exist?
I haven't seen one since the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Was that like the white people version of the Hoteps?
You know, probably.
Yeah. Dang. I guess it makes sense to shoot them since you can't really
Yeah. I mean, yeah,
run up on them and cuff them since they're so strong.
Yeah. You got to. She got retired.
Dang.
She's out here shooting in public.
She ain't. Damn.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, got her.
Shot on one of the girls.
Shout out to the stunt lady. You had to fall on glass. My goodness. Oh, final tier.
And who's that dude? Is that the first dude?
Remember, and when the show opened up, he was the one that was getting interviewed and shot that dude and ran out.
He looked different right there.
There's 3 to go.
There's 4. That skin job you vacated at Tyrell Corporation? Rachael disappeared, vanished. Didn't even know she was a replicant.
Oh.
Something to do with a brain implant, says Tyrell. Come on, Gav. Drink something for me, pal.
Told you gotta kill the little pretty one now.
Is that her peeping in?
Mm-hmm. That's her. Her replicant fur. Like, I might be a robot, but I let these tails drag.
Come over here and beat this replicant cat.
Oh. Uh-oh.
How old am I?
Come on now, you know that ain't gonna do nothing.
Come on, little bro.
My birthday's April 10, 2017. How long do I live? 4 years.
It's 2019, so he got 2 years left.
Dang.
Nothing is worse than having an itch you can never scratch.
And just think, remember, he can lift them things 400 times. There ain't nothing he can do with him. And he's not even a good Rutger Hauer. Rutger Hauer's a combat mode. Damn, he's barely hitting him, dog.
Where is my money?
Time to die.
He's beating him like...
Ooh. Oh, she did it. Well, look at you, little miss. I got a body.
Look, she was like, hey, she said he was getting ready to come over here and show me the 50 states.
I'm not in the business.
What business is that?
She a pleasure bot, isn't she?
No, but she was just a secretary back at the Tyrell Corporation.
Oh, that's right.
I am the business.
Oh. Yeah, she's the new model, right? Because it took like over 100 and some odd questions to crack her code.
Mm-hmm. But she done flipped out once the dude told her that she was a replicant. She's like, wait, what the hell are you talking about? Is that the future? Because that shirt is terrible. That is, what's that, a Gordon Gartrell?
It's an Old Navy summer sale. That's what that is. Gordon Gartrell. Oh, man.
They found a way to have Harrison Ford take off his shirt back in the day.
It's better this version than the one that we saw in
the Indiana
Captain
Jones.
America movie.
Yeah. Oh, the Captain America. Yeah, it was bad.
It's like, come on, Harrison, cover that up, bro.
You in your early millions. Put your shirt back on, Playboy.
She got that like that Puritan kind of look going on.
Mm-hmm.
She fresh off churning some butter.
She gonna churn his butt, all right.
What if I go north? Disappear.
Go north to freedom, huh?
Would you come after me?
So that's what I do, kind of. You know.
Yeah.
You illegal.
Blade Runner.
No, I wouldn't.
Does she have the 4-year timer on her since she's new?
Shit, I don't know. That's a good question.
How you would?
Like I said, when was she born? He does owe her, though. She did save his life because other dude was about to tune his monk ass up.
Sure was.
And he wasn't even he was barely hitting him.
But somebody would.
You see that little glow in her eyes?
Yeah, she got them cat eyes. Them cat eyes, like when you see him in the dark, you got a flashlight on them.
Yeah.
Get the glowing. Yeah.
So is that what this
smiles on me?
use of non-use of lighting, is this supposed to be for
ambiance?
Yeah, for the future. This shit is terrible.
Those things. You saw them?
They're classified.
I'd rather just be able to see.
You're a policeman.
It adds to the mystery.
I didn't look at them.
I think it adds to the
You know
fact
that
that
boy comp test of yours?
we didn't have lighting in the budget.
Did you ever take that test yourself?
Ooh. That's interesting.
Deckard.
You should just ask me over take that test yourself.
Mm-hmm.
How you know you real? He done passed out.
On that Johnny Walker Blue. He ain't getting up till tomorrow. No, that's an old-timey photo for then.
Who's he supposed to be pictures of?
Man, he's a learned man. Musician.
Okay, but that's an interesting question about a replicant, right? If they can do everything, is somebody created their brain, a man created their brain.
Yep.
And, okay, assuming the AI allows it to learn, can it actually create?
Like music?
Yeah. Because that's the thing about AI. Like AI right now, most people think AI creates. Like you give it a prompt, it creates. It doesn't. It collates information and spits out the best possible answers, but it doesn't create. So like, could a replicant, a clone AI, could it sit down and create music?
That's a good question. And I doubt that the music sheet and the piano, people spend a lot of time to make these set pieces. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's there for a reason. But you look a lot different when your hair down.
Yep. You call her Chani.
Oh, man.
That is her Fremen name, Chani.
Her Fremen name.
She was in David Lynch's Dune, right?
Was she?
She was the first Chani. Zendaya's part, she was Chani in the the 84 Dune.
Oh, wow. And just in case y'all was wondering, we did a reaction to the first Dune too. So it's somewhere in the vault. It's on the channel somewhere. I missed that. It's a cool little reveal behind her face.
Sean Young told us she used to work pretty good back in the 80s.
I didn't know if I could play. Remember lessons. I don't know if it's me or Terrell's niece.
Dang, that sucks. Your entire existence based off of somebody else's memories.
See, yeah. He's like, well, I know you're replicant, but
thorough inspection.
Yeah. He said, listen, I'm gonna leave this $40 on the nightstand.
And a can of WD-40.
Yeah. Then you can go on north.
Oh, man. No.
Oh, he's getting forceful with it. Listen, calm down, Diddy.
Oh, Easy now.
You know, this is the 80s though. You know what I'm saying? Harvey Weinstein probably.
Will you kiss me?
This is definitely the 80s.
Say, kiss me.
This don't help the case none. That's how you know this is the 80s.
I want you to put your hands on me.
Is it Daryl Hannah? Yeah, it is. Okay.
Is she still with Lil Buddy?
I don't know.
She probably done skinned his
They're
ass.
having that. I was about to say they were having that strange circus sex or something going on.
What the shit? Did you see that shit?
Yeah. She over here doing cartwheels. What is going on with the? You got a unicorn, a weird clown thing, a baby in the corner. What is happening with this weird Geppetto dude?
Called Geppetto. Why would you even make some shit like that? And look, she out here looking crazy as hell.
What you doing?
My brother Daryl. It's my other brother Daryl.
Yeah, and he is one of them.
That's what he was from. Yeah, from Newhart back in the days. My brother Daryl. Yeah.
You look better.
That's what I know.
We old. That is an old deep reference right there.
Yeah, that's a deep cut.
You look beautiful.
Thanks.
Little buddy with the nose, he looked nervous.
Yeah, I mean, shoot.
Oh, that's old
in
dude.
that room, you'd be nervous too.
That's our dude. What's his name? Cuddy. What they call him? Ruddy, Duddy, Daddy.
Betty.
It's a terrible name.
Methuselah syndrome. My glands, they grow old too fast.
Is that why you're still on Earth?
Yeah, I couldn't pass the medical. Anyway,
he's sick.
I kind of like it here.
Look, he's like, dude, he said, you don't know she about to kill the shit out you. He said, man, she didn't went and got to put on her war paint.
Hi, Roy.
Uh-oh.
Gosh.
Yeah, you in trouble, bro.
We got some nice toys here.
This is the friend I was telling you about. This is my savior, J.F. Sebastian.
J.F. Sebastian. He's like, really?
That's who we've been looking for.
You live here all by yourself, do you?
Yes.
Look, J.F. Sebastian was like, well, damn.
I got some breakfast.
He's like, hold on, wait a minute.
What's going on?
There's only two of us now.
Oh, yeah, because he killed old girl. Killed Leon.
No, we won't.
He looked like he was about to drop a couple tears.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? You went from 4 to 2 in the span of 24 hours. Like, I don't understand what their purpose is right now. Like, what is they looking for?
Well, I thought Batty was looking for Sebastian so that he can extend his life, right? I thought that's the whole thing, right?
Okay, so because
he's trying to get his life extended past the 4 years.
Uh-huh.
No.
And if
So
he's
he's
the
gotta
one
find
that's
the
the
creators.
leader, if he's the one that's the leader, he's probably the oldest. He's probably getting ready to hit 4 years in a minute now. Because remember, the dude Leon was only 2 years old.
Why are you staring at us, Sebastian?
Because you're so different. You're so perfect.
Did this dude not work on the
What generation are you?
Model 6s?
Yeah, he don't know nothing about the new upgrades.
Nexus 6.
Ah, I knew it. Because I do genetic design work for the Terrell Corporation. There's some of me in you.
He said, you don't say.
Show me something.
Like what?
Like anything.
He said, I'm going to pull your entrails out and do a jump rope.
No,
with you.
Computers, Sebastian. We're
I'm about
physical.
to show you what you made of.
I think, Sebastian. Therefore I am.
Very good, Pris. Now show me why.
She going to break something.
Well, I think the director's choice to make her look kind of like a porcelain doll, maybe. That's what I'm guessing. Like a toy.
We've got a lot in common.
What do you mean?
Similar problems.
Accelerated decrepitude.
I don't know much about biomechanics, Roy. I wish I did.
If we don't find help soon, Pris hasn't got long to live. We can't allow that. Is he good?
Who?
Your opponent.
Oh, Dr. Terrell? I've only beaten him once in chess. He's a genius. He designed you.
Maybe he could help.
I'd be happy to mention it to him.
Will you now?
Yeah.
It's better if I talk to him in person. But I understand he's sort of hard man to get to. Will you help us?
He got uncomfortable because
I
he
need
just
you,
realized what
Sebastian.
he's up against.
You're our best family friend.
He just not
He
realized.
might as well be in a vice grip right now. Oh, temperature rising. Yeah, you should be scared.
Replicants, are they? Since you out here hacking people's brain, or they just like, you know what? You know what'll make this go together? I need the brain of a psychopath serial killer. That's what I'm gonna put in these clones. You know what's very interesting about this? How they speak about replicants.
Okay.
Remember, their initial creation was they used them off-world as slaves.
66.
Yep, they're trying to get free.
And then they had the nerve to fight back, to stage a rebellion.
Mm-hmm.
J.F. Sebastian.
All they trying to do is get free.
Mm-hmm.
Give us free.
I was just about to say that, damn it.
Give us free. Yeah, they start singing old Negro spirituals, and we might have to turn this joint off.
You know, it ain't gonna have no seasoning on it.
Surprised you didn't come here sooner.
It's not an easy thing to meet your maker.
What can he do for you?
Can the maker repair what he makes?
Would you like to be modified?
Had in mind something a little more radical.
What seems to be the problem?
Death.
Well, I'm afraid that's a little out of my jurisdiction.
I want more life, Father.
Coding sequence cannot be revised once it's been established.
What about EMS recombination?
We've already tried it. Ethyl methane sulfonate is an alkylating agent and a potent mutagen. It created a virus so lethal the subject was dead before he left the table.
Then a repressor protein that blocks the operating cells.
Wouldn't obstruct replication, but it does give rise to an error in replication. You were made as well as we could make you.
But not to last.
The light that burns twice as bright burns half as long. And you have burned so very, very brightly, Roy. You're the prodigal son.
He has returned.
Quite a prize.
I've done questionable things.
Also extraordinary things. Revel in your time.
Nothing the god of biomechanics wouldn't let you in heaven.
The god of biomechanics.
About to kill the shit out of him.
That's interesting.
He about to pull his damn neck off.
That's an interesting choice.
Goodbye, Father. Oh, he's crushing his head.
Damn.
He big man.
Whew, yeah, bro, just run. My God.
It ain't gonna do him no good.
Ah.
Yeah, he's like, I just wanted to play chess. It's some bullshit.
Body identified with Tyrell as a 25-year-old male Caucasian. Name Sebastian, JF. I want you to go down there and...
Hi, is JF there?
Who is it?
This is Eddie, old friend of JF's. It's no way to treat a friend.
You're right. This is the most Seattle damn set. And is this supposed to be like Chinatown? Because there's a lot of other billboards are like Japanese based. Like, and that's the one thing too. Like, really, as a actor, as a lead actor, Harrison Ford ain't never been able to fight. He was steadily getting.
Hold on. Hold on. What was the joke where he was the president on the plane?
When he was Jack Ryan in Air Force One.
Air Force One. He was all right in Air Force One.
Nah, he was old.
Nah.
He got to fight. He got to fight because he was number one on the call sheet. You know, Gary Oldman would have whooped his ass.
Uh-oh. Here come the freak show again. And look
at Chilling. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's because everything here is a freak show.
Band of misfit toys.
Yep, he gonna look her in the face and she gonna commence to whooping his ass.
Oh, come get choked out.
Yeah, she's like, is this one of those models? Oh, look, he was like, well, damn it, hold on, just let me turn around.
Kind of crazy.
Make it squirty. Wow. Damn, look how crazy her hair got and stuff. Like, oh, she about to pull his whole.
Had a thigh or something.
She's doing
that's just disrespectful. That's just disrespectful right there.
She gonna do like old girl did in Goldeneye. She get right. Simone Biles whip his ass.
Oh, you got unceremoniously dispatched.
Yeah.
Oh.
Remember, dude was a combat model though.
Yes.
Remember, your boy
Dang.
Leon was tuning him up. She was tuning him up.
Oh yeah, the real beats is coming.
Yeah, this dude just crushed a dude's head with his hands. You don't want this work.
You doing a lot right now, man. 80s was a strange time, man.
Damn, he got a hell of a load on him. He said, I ain't trying to hear that shit.
Come on. Show me what you're made of.
That dude getting ready to reach through the wall and beat his ass.
Oh, way to call it. Good call.
Proud of yourself, little man.
Yeah, I actually didn't.
You gotta break all your stuff up. Break it all up. I hate watching fingers get broke.
This is for Pris.
That's what you get for trusting the glory hole. And then he gave him his phone. And then he gave him the gun back after he broke him up.
Pris doesn't seem to be good enough.
That's funny. He said, that's what you get for trusting a glory hole.
1, 2.
He need to get to a choke point. He's busted up.
3.
Hand busted up.
4.
He really gave him the gun back. That's so disrespectful. I'm gonna break you up.
Tell him ain't nothing.
Give you your toy back. But he ain't got nothing to, he got nothing to lose. His creator pretty much told him, he was like, I can't fix you, bro, so I don't know what you're gonna do.
He said on day 2, it's a wrap.
He dropping real Denzels, though. I kind of feel bad for him.
I could have too until he crushed dude's head with his hands. You probably need to go. Oh, shit. He sound like he's accessing the crazy part of his brain right now. He broke dude's fingers and gave him the gun back. That's what you should do. Noise. Let him know where you at. He looked unhinged.
I can see you.
Dude done dropped a gun?
I don't know, man. He ain't got no cell phone. I'm gonna say call the police, but some.
He might as well just jump to his death. Hand busted up. He done dropped a gun. You ain't got no chance, my boy. You better hope that big ass boulder in Razor Lost Ark roll over, dude.
Uh-oh. He must be shutting down.
He must be getting ready to hit his 4th birthday. Like it's So his hand is gnarled, just like that's why he wanted to do
just like his hand is gnarled. Him and Deckard both kind of 1 for 1. Yeah.
Oh my. That's gonna be a hell of a weapon when he throwing punches. He just backhand you and stab you to death. This is Sparta.
Wow. Feel something? Is that what it is?
I'm gonna have to kill you. Unless you're alive, you can't play, and if you don't play, that's the spirit.
He said, that's the spirit. I am so confused with this sequencing.
He ain't got nothing to lose, man. So he just finna just tear off into Deckard. Deckard just trying to survive at this point.
Yeah, but he is doing a shit job though. I dude out here howling crazy as hell. Oh, Lord of the Flies ass. And the way he's talking to him is, hey,
Man got a bum chicken wing.
Yeah.
And a 2-foot plant.
Dude just out here in the draws and in the rain and the.
Is he got a bird in his hand? Is that a pigeon?
You know what? He's feeling like chicken. Yeah.
Oh, he about to John Woo this bad boy. See, 1 foot. See, that's all you need. 1 foot plant.
And then leap right past him so he can taunt him as he pull his hands off her.
You in a bad spot, man. It's real bad for you, Deckard.
With broken fingers.
Quite an experience to live in fear, isn't it?
They keep
That's
saying
what
that a
it
lot.
is to be a slave.
Ooh. Ooh.
Quite an experience to live in fear. Oh, yeah. It's a wrap. He gonna pull him up. He gonna pull him up.
Oh, he caught him. He saved him.
He gonna pull
Saved
him up.
before he dropped.
He's like, I'm not through playing with you yet.
What's up with the nail in the hand?
Remember, because his hand was seizing up, so he pressed it through there, I guess, to keep it from seizing up, or oh shit, I don't know. This shit is crazy.
Yeah, man, you stuck, bro.
That is crazy as hell. He got nailed through his hand. He's butt naked, holding a dove. Boy,
I've seen things you people wouldn't believe. Attack ships on fire off
like you people.
Orion. I watched sea beams glitter in the dark near the 10-house gate. All those moments will be lost in time, like tears in rain. Time to die.
Did he just shut down?
Yes, I guess he was like, yeah, man, I'm done raging.
Nah.
And there goes the John Woo.
Yeah, I keep expecting him to wake up like, psych.
You thought you could run? Oh, who is that behind him? Oh, okay.
It's like a police car
ship or something.
Yeah, it's like a police hover car. But how would they know he up there? Like, ain't nobody picked him up or nothing?
This is that cop dude.
Is that his gun? He just toss it to him?
Yeah.
So disrespectful.
Is he a replicant too? Because he kind of moved.
I know,
like
in
a
the way,
replicant a little, especially when he was making all the origami and all of that.
Yeah, and remember his eyes. His eyes was like weird.
Yeah.
Too bad she won't live.
He talking about old girl.
Who does?
Talking about old girl that he let go north.
Mm-hmm.
Because remember, she's a replicant. She only lived 4 years, right?
Yeah, but she's a new model. She's like the new model. But I think that rule still applies though. Who else is left to fight, man?
Her. Remember, replicants, she's supposed to retire them on site.
I thought she was on the Underground Railroad by now.
She ain't going nowhere. Where's she gonna go? And she just found out she's a
said
replicant.
North. I guess so. I guess you're right.
Plus, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's wild how much of this I do not remember, man.
Plus, he ain't gave her the hard one yet. She came back for her $40. It is not on the nightstand.
Oh, she already dead. Sleep on the bed, huh?
Damn, the cat eyes, did he kill her and stash her in his house? How dude gonna show up, throw him his gun, and then bounce? Like, yeah, I ain't even giving your ass a ride off this roof.
That's mad disrespectful. It's raining too. Ain't no Uber yet.
Yeah, you got a broken hand.
She gone, bruh.
She gonna wake, he gonna move that, she gonna fart.
I don't know. There she go. I'm gonna spend my last few moments here with you.
Do you love me?
What?
I love you.
What?
I trust you.
What cut of the movie is this? Cause did we miss some scenes?
Oh, my man love his robot.
Rachel?
He out here trying to do some flat back with a Roomba.
Man. That is wild. That is a wild take right there. You saw
I knew
origami.
it. I knew it.
You saw the origami.
Yeah.
He waiting for her, I bet.
He waiting for her. He's like, I told you she ain't gonna make it, dude.
He about to close her out.
Too bad she won't live.
It's a unicorn.
Unicorn.
Oh, we just gonna close it like that? Huh. If you're watching this on YouTube, you're gonna see a cut down version of our reaction because we're only allowed to show you a limited amount of picture-in-picture. But if you wanna watch the whole thing with us uncut, uninterrupted, head over to our Patreon page at patreon.com/Syntell. Become a member of this channel. You'll get access to the full uncut reaction, but you will need your own Netflix, HBO Max, or Disney Plus subscription so you can open up each episode in an adjacent window to our reaction. We'll give you a little time with a small reference video at the bottom of the screen to help you sync up the footage. And it'll be like you're watching it with your favorite pals from the internet. All right, listen, that was, in case you were wondering, that was Blade Runner, the 1982 original version. No, excuse me, not the original version. This is the final cut version, which is different than the theatrical cut. And from my understanding, I think the theatrical cut had a lot of like narration from Harrison Ford. There's no narration in this. I guess to make it feel more like that old, she came in on a stormy night on Wednesday the 3rd, that whole noir kind of thing. Cause that's what it kind of feels like, right? This is more like a cyber noir kind of thing or whatever. Which is different than the theatrical cut because apparently the theatrical cut didn't test well and they had to come back and change it all up, which is different than the international cut, which is, I think I'm sure you all can let me know in the comments exactly what cut does what thing specifically. I'll say this, I can understand why this flopped at the box office and why it's more beloved now, today. From my experience, you know, I grew up in the 80s and some of the content that I was watching, of course I was a kid in the 80s, you know, this is a reach for somebody who may be following Harrison Ford's trajectory, right? You know, you got the Star Wars is going down, you got the Indiana Jones is going down, it's just action, jokes, you know, cool little suave little moments and stuff. And then there's this Deckard. Deckard is none of that. Like, and then on the top of that, you know, it's a really higher level kind of sci-fi. Don't get me wrong. Like, I know other things that are around, like 2000 is around during this time, which is more of a higher level kind of thought process when it comes to sci-fi. And I'm sure there's some other examples as well. But this, if you're following Harrison Ford, this is probably going to be a disappointment in the context of the times. Now, obviously today is considered, you know, it's considered a classic. It's in a lot of people's top 5 greatest sci-fi movies of all time. I guess this was probably one of those projects that would have what is known as a cult following. But it is interesting. You know, if I look at it in the context of when it came out, it is something. It is a spectacle. This is something you don't normally see, this level of detail and care when it comes to some of the live models that they're using. I don't know how much CG was being used because CG in terms back then is very different than CG today. Green screen wasn't like a priority back then. Back then you had to use real models, like all those lights and stuff that you're seeing are real actual lights or just miniatures. So the way that they created this, is very practical when it comes to computer generated imagery, if that makes sense. The CG that we see with all the green screen, that's a relatively kind of newer kind of thing. But most people attach their brain to that when they think of like computer generated imagery. A lot of this is very practical. I'll need to get off my soapbox real quick. Rekkai, because that's what really matters, because this is your first time watch, man. Does it measure up, or just what are your thoughts just in general?
No.
Okay.
This ain't it.
Okay.
I'm trying to think, you know, because again, context.
Okay.
If you saw this, okay, so I'll put it like this. This is how I think of this film.
Okay.
The original Dune movie, David Lynch, Kyle MacLachlan.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know when I saw that. I don't know when I saw that, but I saw it at that formative age where it made an impression on me, even though it is a terrible movie.
It's really not that good. Yeah.
Terrible, awful. The CG, whatever, the special effects in it, just awful. The storyline convoluted because I think I'd read a little bit of the Dune. Like I was very familiar with the Dune story when I saw the movie.
Okay.
So for whatever reason, I liked its potential. I like what they tried to do with the story because I didn't really think that they could even make that as a movie. And they tried and failed, but I still liked it. But today is still a cult classic. It's a classic to me because I saw it back then. The thing about nostalgia.
Okay.
I don't have that for this movie.
Okay.
And so, trying to rank it in there now that we've seen other cinematic masterpieces, Dune 2, Denny V, your Avatar, like everything that James Cameron has made. Hell, this is the future version of what they thought 2019 would look like. But the Expanse TV show.
Yeah, God, so beloved, classic.
Foundation TV show on Apple Plus, like
excellent. Chef's kiss.
So for me to watch this and try to go back into a space in my head where I haven't seen things that surpass this without even trying, like, they make computers. You can get a cell phone right now that's good enough to make a better version of this. There are some kids right now on Instagram that could make a better sci-fi version of this than what this movie does. So trying to take it in the proper context and understand it for the movie at the time they came out, I can't do that. So, all right, let's rewind. Let's look at just the other things. Character, plot, all the other things. Good villain, was that there? No.
Okay.
Like Batty, Roy, was a great name because he was batshit crazy there at the end. Like, I don't know what was wrong with his replicant processing. He was batty as hell.
Right.
Pris, Leon, I forget the other chick that worked at the, she was out here working out with the snake. That was wild. Like, just some of the things that they included in this, it's almost like they had ideas and they just took something and threw them on the wall and like, that one stuck? All right, put the shit in the movie. Like, we gonna just do whatever. Edward James Olmos was a weird use of his character. That was weird.
Yeah, but he's not the same Edward James Olmos that we knew. This was before, oh my gosh.
No, but what I'm saying is that he was a visually interesting. He was an intriguing character and did not get used because I think if he did, he probably would have stole the show. So it's like, no, we're going to use him in small pieces because the star of our movie is Harrison Ford. I think Edward James Olmos, if they used him for real, he would have stole the show.
I'm with you on that, but this is, you got to keep in mind, this is before like what Stand and Deliver. I forgot the other joint that he did.
And
what is it? What's not Blood In, Blood Out, but I can't think of the other one. Damn it. But anyways, go ahead.
I know what you're talking about. Where he was in prison.
American Me. That's what
American Me. Yeah.
American Me. Yeah. So this is before American Me and Stand and Deliver.
Yeah, but
so
what I'm saying
sure
is,
he was a relative unknown.
No, but what I'm saying is, hell, for all we know, him getting noticed in this movie, what got to be top of the call sheet in those movies. That's what I'm saying. That's the kind of presence that he had every time he hit the screen in this. The presence that he had, he's like, there's something about that dude right there. That's all I'm saying.
I feel that. Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
I feel that.
Like, and the same thing. Sean Young, Daryl Hannah, you see him in this, a movie that flopped at the box office. You're like, yeah, there's something about these ladies. Hold on. I got this other script. I got this other script for them. And they went on to do what they did in the 80s. Okay. Here's probably the most interesting thing that I saw in this movie. Sean Young's character, I don't know what the name of her character was, where she found out that she was a replicant. Rachael. She said something that was not explored in this movie at all.
Okay.
She asked Deckard, had he ever taken the little test?
Now we're getting somewhere. Because, say more.
because it wasn't until she said that I was like watching the movie. Harrison Ford's character didn't have no damn range of emotions. Like the whole thing about a replicant, you knew that it was a replicant because emotion. And then even as the new ones, the new models, they could kind of manufacture some sort of emotions, but very little. And you know, like Rachael, you could damn near tell she was, because she was so deadpan when he first met her. It's like, you know, this woman got a stick way up her ass or something. Like, what is her deal? Like, but really, going back to look at this movie, Harrison Ford's character, from the time we first saw him trying to get some noodles, he had no emotions. And it begs to differ. It's like, is he a damn replicant? I mean, I don't.
There's the question. That is one of the reasons why this is one of the many reasons why this film is beloved, because it goes unanswered. Here's the thing.
But it doesn't even seem like that question was posed in this movie.
Well, kind of. You kind of like said it with Rachael. Rachael said it. And also the unicorn with the unicorn dream, right? Because the unicorn symbolizes a one of one, something rare, something very special. And you got Edward J. Olmos' character, you know, giving him the origami thing of the unicorn, and then also telling him, you know, nothing kind of like lives forever. It was kind of like, to me, I interpreted it as him, you know, because I think that character that Edward J. Olmos plays is a Blade Runner as well. And I think, for me, it's him kind of like doing what Deckard did for Rachael. Like, I'm gonna let you off the hook because you know, maybe I see something in you. You're not gonna live forever anyways. It doesn't really matter. Deckard let Rachael go. And for me, I interpreted it as Edward J. Olmos' character kind of like letting them both go, because he knows, he's like, y'all aren't gonna really live that long. But that is if Deckard is a replicant. Now, I do remember this in the conversations, because this is one of those movies. It's a classic, right? So people talk about it. And anytime you deal with movies that take from this and build on it, like we just got done watching an animated movie where Pluto kind of deals with it, the nature of AI, and does it recognize itself? We saw it in iRobot. We saw it in Steven Spielberg's movie AI. We've seen it, like all of those tropes about, you know, machines becoming conscious and having self-actualization kind of stems from this, and this is based off of another book. So when you ask that question, it's like, well, does Deckard even know? People have asked.
Rachel did.
They asked, right? Exactly, because Rachael didn't know, and they asked Harrison Ford if when he interpreted the character, did he interpret himself as being a replicant? And he said no. He said no, Deckard is human. However, when they asked Ridley Scott the same question, keep in mind this isn't his original story, but Ridley Scott said he directed it as if Harrison Ford is a replicant. So it's two totally different people interpreting the script in two totally different ways, but it puts that question out. It puts that seed into our head, like. See, I think the thing about this movie too, is there's a lot of layers to it, and at first glance, you're not really catching all of it. There's some things that are kind of like thrown out there, like one of the quotes from the creator. What is it? The flame that burns twice as bright lives half as long. What was the other one? Quite an experience to live in fear, especially when you're a slave. You know, and that's kind of like to symbolize, you know, AI breaking free of its boundaries and free from human beings to be able to kind of like do its own thing. You know, Batty having that dope little monologue at the very end, you know, talking about the things that he's seen and all that's going to be lost to time, like tears in the rain. I know I'm paraphrasing it. You know, those are human things, you know, to have that kind of sentience of oneself. There's also something kind of interesting too, and I didn't notice it until like the place where the main creator stayed for the corporation. Yeah, that joint is a giant pyramid. You know, it's and pyramids can kind of symbolize in a lot of way of the transition of leaving this mortal plane, going into a higher level, and then moving off into the expanse, you know, or whatever that thing could be. So there's like just interesting symbolisms of life and death, sentience. Can we ourselves as human beings become godlike in creating things that can become sentient? And then if they are we gonna be responsible for it? Like, there's some interesting high level thoughts that kind of go with it. But I think most people, including myself, because I watched this as a kid, I saw it and I was like, this, I don't know, you know, whatever, keep it moving. I obviously forgot a lot of it. I don't know if it was delivered properly, you know. I don't know if the higher thoughts, and I think, and you all please correct me and check me in the comments if I am wrong. I think it took time, decades maybe, for people to kind of like go back and be like, yo, this joint right here might be saying a little bit more than what it's letting on. So let me ask you one more question. And yes, I'm about to make you race because I know somebody's in the comments. Oh, does that make sense? Yeah, race. Yeah. Yes, in this instance, I am. If the replicants were black and the theme and tropes is be free, would you feel differently about the film?
No.
No? Okay.
No. I mean, I wouldn't, just because, I mean, him saying it, you know, just like I even pulled it out when he said it earlier. To me, it's the same. Now,
okay.
The interesting part is, since you took it there,
okay,
I think that would make a difference on how the discerning public would view this movie.
Okay.
So, you know, it's already part of our DNA, you know, and whether you trace your lineage and know that you came from slaves or you came from free people or you came straight off the motherland yourself, the perception is there that all black people, you know, and even one drop rule means that. And unfortunately, we have a very, very ugly relationship with race in this country. And it's always the other people that tell us, you know, get over it. You know, even though I can't understand, we've been subjugated and oppressed for 400 plus years. But, you know, them other people tell you know, all the reasons why that we should remember that shit that happened on another continent from 80 years ago. But I digress. I think the thing about this is maybe there's one of those terms is too to help people realize, you know, if you think about, should people be slaves? Should they not be given their freedom, even if they look just like you? I think they're used to the slaves in their mind looking like us, so that wouldn't have been a big flex in this damn movie. But for a slave who wants nothing more than freedom, who looks just like you,
that's all they want.
But who looks just like you, maybe you can connect more. But I think that message is lost when all four of them are some violent, psychopathic assholes. Like, them four should not be free. Hell no. As a matter of fact, we need more big ass bullets to kill the shit out of them, because they're running around here. I'm trying to be free on a killing spree while I'm getting. No, it would be different if, like Rachael, nobody is opposed to Rachael being free, going north and just disappearing, because she didn't do nothing wrong. She's not crazy, you know. She saved Deckard. These other four though, they should.
Here's my argument against that.
Go ahead.
Here's my argument against that. Because when if I see this as face value and I just see, you know, it's just AI just trying to escape its bondage, it has a different kind of context. But when I see the context and I was like, well, how would I feel? So I asked myself this question. I was like, would I feel differently if they contextually looked like me? And given the history of our own people, of us trying to find free, and that Freedom North, that's on purpose. That's not like a, like that's in the script for a reason. And to take Rachel's idea of just, why don't you just quietly go north, it's still not free because you're going to die. Batty knew that. Batty said the only way that we can survive is if we confront our maker and have them extend our lives. Other than that, then, you know, your demise is still going to be your demise. And the clock was running because I think, who was it? Daryl Hannah's character was the one that was going to die the quickest, or whatever it was. So it's not just running off to north quietly because you're just running quietly to a death. He wanted to make sure that his life had meaning. All of this stuff, the stars that he saw, and all the memories that he has, and the emotion that he has, that he could have like a regular life. Because 4 years, that's not a lot. It's just. So he was fighting for longevity, and you can't just go quietly into that good night. The only way that you can do that is with the clock running is you have to be violent. It's a by any means necessary kind of situation because the clock is running.
I mean, I understand that, and I agree with that to an extent, because that's one of the type of situations we up against a deadline. I can't just ask you, and you be like, you know what? I feel you. You know what I'm saying? Like that ain't gonna happen like that. It ain't.
Yeah.
I just
like the conversation, man. I'm not trying to press you.
It does.
I just think it brings up an interesting conversation.
I still feel the same way, and it's like I said, I'm going back and analyzing something that I may have had a different thought if I watched it at a much younger age, and grew into some of these thoughts instead of having more fully developed thoughts and then trying to go back. Like it just. Yeah. Here's the thing: seeing Harrison Ford in other properties. Let's take, I'm not even talking about like when he was playing the president in the 90s and 2000s. Let's go back to the 80s. So by the time this movie drops, he's already been in A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back. Around this time, you got, and what was the other one that he did, the first George Lucas one, American Graffiti? Yeah. He was in that.
Wow.
So he's around this time, he's going to do Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark, right? So let's put all those together. Look at the range that he displays in acting, right? So you said that someone asked him the question on how his portrayal, how he played Deckard, were you human or replicant? And he said, no, I was human.
Yes.
But then Ridley Scott said something different. You can tell from this movie that whatever Harrison Ford was thinking, he clearly took the direction from Ridley Scott to make that vague and convoluted, because everything about his portrayal of Deckard says pretty much that he was a replicant. He showed zero range of emotions in his acting. He was about as vanilla and as across the board as you can be, and that's on purpose. That is on purpose. Even when he was running at the end, batted and broke his damn fingers and stuff, he didn't show too much fear in him running for his life.
Okay.
I'm not saying that he is a replicant. I'm not saying that he isn't. And even what you surmised about Edward James Olmos' character. Edward James Olmos, I don't think was a Blade Runner. Because remember, he worked for the police. He was driving a police car and came and picked him up because the captain of the police told him, come get his ass. We need the best. We need, we had the other Blade Runner, Holden, who was interviewing dude at the thing, and he got taken out. We need the best. And Deckard's like, nah, I'm retired. I don't even do that no more, whatever. Which also makes me question, how do we know he's the best? I mean, the captain said he's the best. I need the best. You the dude. I need you to go get these skin jobs.
Yeah.
So how long had he been working his job? Like, if the captain knows that he's the best, then that would say he's human, right? He got to have been doing this more than 3-4 years. That he been doing long enough to retire. It leaves a lot of questions, and I think that's done on purpose. But again, the execution of this is not done well. And what I think, personally, take it like this: other genius filmmakers that we know, right? Let's take the two that I mentioned earlier, James Cameron and Denis V.
Yes.
We saw David Lynch attempt to do Dune 1984.
Okay.
Attempt. Nah, that wasn't it. Wasn't it? And we had to wait. I mean, Frank L. Herbert wrote the Dune books like in the 50s or something.
Okay.
We had to wait until the movie, the first Dune from Denis V dropped in 2021?
Yeah, somewhere in there.
To get it right. We had to wait damn near 60 years or so plus to get it right. James Cameron did what he did back in, you know what I'm saying? He did the Terminator in 82 or whatever. Whenever he did the Terminator, 80 something.
It was the early 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And by the time he did The Abyss, he knew that he had to wait for the technology to catch up for him to do Titanic, for him to do Avatar. I got this idea and I want to do this, but the technology, what I want to do ain't even there yet for me to do, for me to pull this off right. And I think that this particular story, technology wasn't there in 1982 to pull this off convincingly. And I think the same way that I have this certain amount of nostalgia and love for a terribly shitty movie like David Lynch's 1984 version of Dune, I think that's what people have for this. Hell, the first half an hour, 45 minutes of this shit, I was like, ooh, I mean, to give me some no-dos. Do I have another energy drink? Like, my God, like, because I understand they were setting the table, they were setting the story up for us to understand the world that we was in. But for this to be a sci-fi, it was a whole lot. It was a lot of science.
Yes, it was. Well,
I guess.
Maybe.
I guess we was, you know, there was a whole lot of fiction, but science fiction put together, I don't know. Like, this is a boring ass story. I ain't getting no action. You know, it wasn't even heavy on the drama. Like, whatever you try to give me, it was no comedy, no drama, no thrills and suspense, no action. What is you giving me? Yeah,
it's a noir.
Okay, well,
I mean, cyber
noir. You know what I'm saying? But okay.
I mean, I just came with that off the fly.
No, that sounds
it feels like a noir to me.
Yeah, but however, I can go watch a 1960s Alfred Hitchcock noir and get all of that. I can go watch some old Agatha Christie shit and get all of the noir and suspense and stuff, even though it was made in a different time and a different age. I could get what they trying to get. I don't get what Ridley Scott was trying to give me here. Like, it didn't hold the attention of, like, you know, you introduced me to Alien, and that gave me Ridley Scott. Yeah, to the fences. I got it. This right here, nah, bro.
So this is why I think your opinion is so valid. Because you have to keep in mind, cinephiles see movies completely different. Completely different. Cinephiles have this thing where they'll take, especially like an older property, and really break it down to the molecules and figuring out the why, everything from the lighting to the acting to the choices that the actors made, to the locations, to all of this. All these things that get broken down. And a cinephile can look at this film, look at Blade Runner, and be like, oh, I can see the intricacies and connect the dots into some higher ideas of what they think this is. Now, when I said this before, when they tested Blade Runner, it failed. And they had to come back and redo it. I believe, and y'all correct me in the chat if I'm wrong, I believe the international version is the original cut that was supposed to happen.
Really?
But they had to change it because the American version, the American theatrical version, was redone because people were feeling, I think, the way that you're feeling right now. And it's just like, what is happening right now? Y'all are doing a whole lot with something that I'm not necessarily connecting to. And that's why there's so many versions and cuts of this. I think people are redoing this. So you have this final cut, and you have the director's cut. It's people that are trying to take the idea of the concept of what Blade Runner is, and then maybe give it a little bit more understanding. I'm hearing like there's a version that has, like I said, that has Harrison Ford being like a narrator and maybe over-explaining. I think that was maybe one of the complaints. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Was that, you know, Harrison Ford's narration was kind of like spoon feeding what is happening on the screen to the audience, and people
not giving the audience enough credit. Like, y'all are stupid. This is highbrow science fiction. Y'all not gonna get it. So let me tell you what you're supposed to be getting.
Right, but on the other side, when they didn't do that, then people were kind of like, well, I don't understand what's kind of happening. It's like damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of thing. So this why this like a weird, complex kind of relationship that this film has with this audience and people that enjoy cinema. I wanted to take a quick moment because Frank in the chat had found something that I thought.
Hold on, before you get
Frank.
to that, because that might change what I'm about to say. So,
okay.
Hold on, I just want to say this. So, here's the one thing, and I know, and I understand that they probably gonna get the pitchforks and the torches that come from me in the comments. Here's the thing, and I know, you know what I'm saying, how dare I, you know, hey, listen, you could go through my history, go through how I talk about other movies and the deep dive
Oh, no, you know
stuff that I do. Yeah. And, you know, because people are going to be like, you don't know shit. And, you know, how dare you besmirch this cinematic masterpiece and this nostalgic classic. And I was like, you know, and the thing is, I don't have the nostalgia built in with this. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you watch, I loved The Goonies. Somebody, like, if I put on The Goonies for my kids right here today, and I'd just be sitting there beaming like, oh, hold on, wait till he does this. And my kids be like, this is some bullshit. Like, what? Right. And they don't have cell phones. You can't make the connection. Here's the thing. I understand. Like, I'm giving them a pass on, you heard in all that explanation I gave. I did not go in about the lighting. I did not go in about the, you know what I'm saying, the set presentations and this super ultra dreary picture of LA in 2019, be it like, you know, like I get it. It's, you know, and that's a product of the times. I get it. Even some of these characterizations of the characters, their wardrobe, a lot of design stuff, I get it. I just think that they forced to make this property when, and I give it, just like David Lynch, this was an attempt to make something that we probably should have left alone because we wasn't there yet. And I get it. You know, hey, you tried, my boy. I am interested to see what the other versions were that maybe other people saw, and maybe that changed how they, you know, changed things, or maybe Harrison Ford's narrative changed people, and maybe that really forced that conversation that he might be a replicant. Because me saying that, I didn't know that was a thing, and I just only said that just because when she brought it up, and then watching him during this, I was like, you know, like them old ass pictures, like and then the weird dream that he had about the unicorn or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, hell, I don't have enough mission. Dude, can replicants dream? I don't have enough information.
Give me 1 second. I want to quote, Frank had found this in the chat. It said, he found it on the Reddit page. I'll just say it as quickly as I can. It said, not only was Deckard a replicant in Blade Runner, he was a replicant implanted with the memories of Gaff, who was Edward J. Olmos' character. Gaff was the real top Blade Runner, but was sidelined due to injury, hence the cane, and so Deckard was created to finish the job. This explains why Gaff seems to know what Deckard is thinking all the time, as illustrated by his origami figures. A chicken when he knows that Deckard is scared, and of course the unicorn at the end showing that Gaff has specific knowledge of Deckard's reoccurring dream. Wow. It also explains the disdain that Gaff regards Deckard with, and adds meaning to the compliment he pays him at the end after apparently hovering overheard without intervening even when Batty was about to kill Deckard. Gaff says, "You've done a man's job," which from him be the highest praise he could give to a replicant. Wow, thank you, Frank, for that.
Listen, I love that. Strange. I feel that, because you know what I'm saying, and that makes absolute sense to me, that he was a Blade Runner and he got hurt, and that's why he think, yeah, I like that. Come on, Reddit, come through with that shit. I like it.
That's dope.
I'll buy that. I'll buy.
Okay, and this is my final one. This is my final question to you, man, and then we're gonna close this bad boy out.
I like that.
Is this enough for you to check out Denny V's rendition of Blade Runner? To Denny V, I mean, the name by himself. Let me
you know what?
Let me let you sit on that.
When was that one made?
4 or 5 years ago. It was during the time of COVID, I think.
Then yes, he has built up enough positive, goodwill with me. Yeah, yes. Denny V, like just like I said that this movie was probably made at a time when it shouldn't have been made.
Okay.
Denny V to say, you know what? It has been 35 years. I'm gonna take a swing at it. Technology's progressed. Yes, I would definitely check out. Now that's the one with Ryan Gosling, right?
Yeah, and I think it's Blade Runner 2049. I don't know if it takes place I don't think it takes place in the same time frame as this one. I think it's a sequel.
Well, no, remember this is 2019, right? So you're talking about 30 years removed.
30 years into the future. Yeah, 30, 40 years in the future.
Here's
2049.
Here's the rub, right?
Okay.
Unless, now just talking about Gaff, talking about Rachael. Okay. Now we know that Rachel's a replicant, right? And again, I have not seen 2049 yet. But now Deckard has lived for an additional 30 years. I thought they couldn't live past 4. I
don't know if this is Deckard's story though. In 2049.
But Harrison Ford. I don't know. But I do know that Harrison Ford playing Deckard is in it.
Oh, he is? Okay.
Yeah, he's in it. Okay. I don't know if he gives advice to the new Blade Runner, Ryan Gosling, or some shit like that, but he's in it playing Deckard. Now, is he a replicant of the Deckard that died in 2019 or some shit like that? I don't know. But I know that Harrison Ford is in it, and I guess I'd have to see how they play that out. But that right there seems to remove the fact that Deckard was a replicant. Unless we're gonna go back and say he was the unicorn, and from listening to Tyrell, who put him, he pretty much said, y'all, the Nexus 6s, y'all's the most advanced shit we got. We can't figure out yet how to make them last past 4 years. So I don't know. Okay. But to answer your question, absolutely, I am willing to watch Denny V's version and see, a thing that you love to say, what did they get right? What did they get wrong? And what did we miss?
And what did we miss? Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's hey, listen, you already closed it out for me. What did we get right? What did we get wrong? And what did we miss? Listen, here's the thing, man. This the thing I love and hate about this thing that we do, man, when it comes to do with these reactions. I wish we had more time so that we could really get even a little bit deeper. And it's because I love chopping it up with you, man. We don't always agree, man, and that's what makes it fun too. Because you'll be like, listen, man, let me show you from this angle. Let me tell you why I feel this way. And you do that in overdrive on your YouTube page. You have these things called deep dives, man. And for those that are new to seeing Rekkai, you need to do yourself a favor. Head over to his YouTube page and check out some of his deep dives, because you will have a great understanding as to why we see and enjoy the content the way that we do. Rekkai, tell the people how they can get in contact with you.
Absolutely. You can come over and visit me on patreon.com. Sprinkle a few shekels on me. I'd appreciate it. But if not, by all means, make your way to my YouTube page, youtube.com/Nupefromdaville, NUPEFROMDAVILLE. Don't worry if I said it too fast. It will be in the description. I wish that I had the bandwidth to do a media therapy deep dive on everything that I watch with Syntell. I just don't. I don't. He puts out 1,000 videos a week. I was like, I'm good for about 3. That's a bit. But I absolutely enjoy doing these reactions and getting to review the content that we review. It's not like people just put out movies and we review every movie. We get to pick and choose the stuff that we want. So we picked this. I'm glad that I watched it, and I can now say that I watched this movie that's in people's top 5 sci-fi movies all time. It's not in my top 5, but I think if you listen to my actual reaction, you will see why. That's all I can say. Every time that we watch anything, I really do try to utilize this. This is the best computer that we got. You see, Tyrell and them were trying to replicate this. This is the best computer on the planet, bar none. I'm not saying mine, yours. This best tool, best weapon you have. But the other weapon that you have to use every single time is this one right here. Thank you, Chef.
Hey, thank you, Chef. And thank you all for hanging out with us. I can't wait to see what y'all got to say in the comment section. And we'll catch you next project. That's all. Take care.